Throughout SML's almost 20 years on the platform, we have seen a lot of really good videos be created across their channels. However, some of them have that really awesome nostalgic tone that we all love. And today, we're going to be going over the most nostalgic SML videos from every era of SML, starting off with the New House era. This era officially started in SML movie The New House, and ended around the end of 2017. And when it comes to the videos created in this era, let's just say that they were mostly all insane videos, which brings us to one of the most nostalgic and disgusting videos from this era, which was none other than SML movie The Couch. This video starts with Shrek going through an old storage box, and happens to find a nearly 10-year-old cheesecake. And even though Mario warns him that it's expired, Shrek happily eats it anyway. However, this was a horrible idea, as soon as stomach exploded, and as a result, he would end up pooping all over the couch.
Oh, okay, I've never felt this before. Oh, I need a toilet. I need a toilet. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. Oh.
Due to the severe level of mess, Mario would get so mad that he kicks Shrek and the ruined poop couch out of the house. Later, Mario accidentally eats expired peanut butter, poops on the couch himself, and Rosalina points out that he basically did the same thing that he yelled at Shrek for. Feeling guilty, Mario apologizes to Shrek at the lake where he's been living on the couch like it's a swamp, and Shrek moves back in with everyone after being forgiven. Well, this video was definitely a pretty shitty situation. However, the video itself was nowhere near as bad, as the video right here was many fans' first video that they saw SML from, and obviously the insane nature of this video caused the new viewers to become fans of SML. And as we all know by now, basically anyone finds the first video they've watched from a channel nostalgic at one point. My hands down favorite SML movie, this is the one that hooked me. This will always be an SML classic. I remember this was the first video I ever saw from SML. Thank you. However, the nostalgic eras that many of you remember aren't over yet. But before we get to that, I want to quickly tell you about today's sponsor, Epidemic Sound, which I personally use for all of the background music in my videos. They have over 50,000 tracks and 200,000 sound effects. And the best part is they're all completely copyright free, so I don't have to give any stupid corporations the money for the videos I post. Almost every big YouTuber uses it. Mr. Beast, Ryan Trahan, Eric, and even SML themselves use it. Click my link in the pinned comment in the first line of the description, and you'll get a 30-day free trial completely risk-free. If you're serious about wanting to be a YouTuber, Epidemic Sound is a no-brainer. And I can personally vouch, as I've been using it for years. But now, let's get back to the video. We were in the Junior era, which started on SML movie Bowser Jr.'s Macaroni, and ended all the way in SML movie Mario the Babysitter. Now, this era of SML had way too many nostalgic videos released, and honestly, this era is by far the best era SML ever had, which brings us to the first set of nostalgic videos from this era, which was actually a series, and that series is none other than the 2014 Summer School series. In the series, we would see 7 episodes of Junior and a bunch of other characters attending summer school, with each video having a new activity shown, such as show and tell in episode 2, and a fire safety lesson in episode 6. However, not only did we get 7 banger videos in this series, but we would also see one of the most iconic and the most loved cast members make a debut in this series, which of course is none other than Poopy. In this series, we would see characters such as Cody and Brooklyn Guy appear for the first time, being voiced by Poopy. And with all of this taken into consideration, fans really adore this series and still reminisce and look back on it to this very day for all of these reasons. Despite what people say, Bowser Jr. videos will always be nostalgic to me. This was the first video that Chris starred in. Hard to believe this is 10 years old. It feels like yesterday when I got excited to watch this the day it was uploaded. It's insane. I remember watching this like 10 years ago in Ohio. Now I go to UWF and I have a class in this classroom. But while this 7-part series was a banger, just 1 year later, we would see 2 absolute hits released in the Junior era, which were also loved by many fans, and were personally the first SML videos that I ever watched, and the videos were part 1 and part 2 of Bowser Jr. Goes to Disney World. Now, this series consisted of Jr. winning a trip to Disney World from the Doofy the Dragon cereal, and thanks to this, he ends up taking Cody, Joseph, and Chef Pee-Pee along with him, and believe it or not, they would all actually go. And this trip would bring us to a 2-part series of very long SML videos that essentially consisted of Jr. and his friends exploring the parks and riding all the rides. Now, while this is very cool, let's really look into why these videos were so nostalgic and loved by fans. Let's start off with the fact that at the time, people were used to seeing 6 to 12 minute SML videos. However, in total, these 2 videos were 1 hour and 9 minutes long, which is basically an actual movie at that point, and no one was really used to that at the time, so it was cool to see for sure. Along with this, the videos didn't really follow the normal SML style, and it was basically more raw content from Logan and the crew having fun with the plushies in the parks, which helped give fans a super immersive experience. A good example of this is when a ride literally got stuck in part 2 of the series, and instead of Logan cutting this part out of the video, he decided to keep it in, which was definitely interesting.
Are we gonna die?
No, I don't think so.
Oh God.
They're just working on the tracks and stuff. Just be patient.
Oh, it's been so long.
You guys, I'm sorry to get claustrophobic.
Well, claustrophobic, why?
Ah, the nostalgia. The 2 Jr. Goes to Disney World videos are 2 of my favorite SML videos. It's so cool to see it's not rehearsed and the crew just going with the flow. It also makes the characters feel more real. It feels like a punch to the gut knowing this is a decade old. I watched this the day it came out. Now, the Junior era was without a doubt one of the most memorable SML eras. However, right after this era, we got an era that was just as memorable, if not more memorable. That being the Jeffy era, which started on SML movie Mario the Babysitter and ended on SML movie The Super Bowl Problem. And as we all know, this is the era that brought many modern fans to SML. But this also happened to be the time where Logan was getting demonetized, age restricted, and had to move channels. So obviously, there were many nostalgic videos to remember. But one of the videos from this huge catalog that always stands out the most is none other than SML movie Jeffy the Rapper. In this video, Mario asks Black Yoshi to watch Jeffy while he runs to the store, but Black Yoshi refuses because he's too busy playing Call of Duty, and Jeffy ends up annoying everyone with his cat piano until Tyrone ends up liking it, and with this, he ends up becoming a rapper named Jeffy with a hit song called Why. Tyrone convinces Mario that getting Jeffy arrested will actually make him richer and more famous, so Jeffy goes to jail, gets out, drops music, and keeps getting in more trouble while his fame grows. Eventually, Jeffy's rival, Toad, would drop a diss track on Jeffy and eventually shoot him. Now, this video was obviously a banger at the time, and still is, hence why Logan made 2 more sequels to the Jeffy the Rapper arc, along with a series where Jeffy goes on a tour that we are still waiting on. But due to this very reason, fans find this video incredibly nostalgic, and often reminisce back to 2017, when they watched the first video as kids, which shows how much of an impact this video had towards people's nostalgia. I'm about to graduate high school, and I remember watching this in elementary. Time flies by so fast, bro. Rewatching this after years is a blast. However, if you thought the Jeffy era was nostalgic, the classic/golden era is where the certified SML OG started. And for this era, we have 2 nominations for the most nostalgic videos, with the first being the very first episode of Mario and Luigi Stupid and Dumb Adventures. In this video, Mario and Mama Luigi are laying on the bed bored out of their minds, so Mama Luigi starts reminiscing about the good old days back on the Nintendo Entertainment System. That leads to a flashback of them jumping on pipes and stomping Goombas until they accidentally fall into a pit and get stuck there for 5 whole months. After the flashback, Mama Luigi sneaks back to the porch, beats up Bowser, and literally pays him $20 to kidnap Princess Peach. Then he heads back to the bedroom, where Toad starts saying that the princess has been kidnapped and tells them Bowser's at the end of the Grand Canyon, and the 2 brothers gear up for another adventure. adventure. Now, the plot of this video wasn't like most normal SML videos, and this was because this was the first ever SML movie ever made. Now, obviously, we didn't see the SML movie naming until the Nintendo DSi video that Logan made, but this video was still the first ever skit filmed with the plushies, which is the main reason why this video is so nostalgic and special. And of course, this video is what helped Logan's YouTube channel slightly spike up in popularity at the time, and believe it or not, people still heavily reminisce about it to this day. I'm 21 years old, and this just unlocked a core memory. I was obsessed as a kid. Goes to show how simple life is for a kid, and how things change so much for the worst as you get older. But we make it through, and Logan did this in his own way. Glad we're here for the ride, guys. Remember this forever. But this isn't the only video fans heavily reminisce about from the classic era, as the original 2009 Toad's Mistake is another one that fans loved. In this video, Toad is walking around the house singing when he notices a nickel on the carpet and picks it up. Suddenly, Mario and Mama Luigi jump on him out of nowhere and start roughening him up, escalating the chaos with a bunch of over-the-top punishments, while Toad keeps begging them to stop. Eventually, Mario asks Mama Luigi what they should do next, and they both decide to literally microwave Toad.
Let's put him in the microwave.
Okay. Okay, get in there. Get in the microwave. Get in the microwave. Get in there. Yeah.
A couple of hours after this, and the two are casually playing a video game, when Mario wonders why they attacked Toad in the first place. Mama Luigi calmly explains it was because Toad touched his nickel. Now, this video was clear Toad torture. However, unlike most of the torture videos in SML, this one was actually funny. As a matter of fact, it was so funny to the point where Logan remade this iconic video all the way back in 2017 to really let fans reminisce on this nostalgic video. However, to this day, fans still love the original, the very first SML video I had ever seen, all the way back in the fall of 2009. Such memories in this one. Went to revisit it in the summer of 2014 and discovered what new he was up to at the time. Been a regular viewer ever since. This was my childhood. I was so obsessed with these things that me and my brother tried to recreate them in our backyard. Easily one of the most classic SML videos ever. Well, by now, we have gone over all the SML eras except for one, which of course is the modern era of SML, which consists of every SML video ever posted after the cease and desist letter, all the way to modern day SML. Now, this entry is by far the hardest in this video, as most of the videos uploaded in this era are pretty recent still, as the oldest ones are only about 4 years old. So therefore, overall it's pretty difficult to judge nostalgia, which means for this era, we're gonna have to guess based on the ratings for these videos. And the first choice for this era will be both of the SML and iShowSpeed collabs, which were SML Movies, Jeffy's iShowSpeed talent show, and Jeffy leaks iShowSpeed's address. Now, let's start with the iShowSpeed talent show video. In this, we see Jeffy trying to solve a Rubik's Cube. However, he would end up shattering it, and Rose thinks that breaking stuff might actually be his, quote, talent, which causes Jeffy to later join iShowSpeed's talent show, where his idea of talent is lighting cereal on fire and smashing bowls while Marvin panics about the house burning down. By doing this stupid idea, Jeffy somehow makes it to round 2, but ruins everything by swinging a baseball bat through the wall and hitting Marvin. He gets arrested and loses the talent show, and ends up getting grounded in the long run.
Hey, you're under arrest for beating your dad with a baseball bat.
Oh, well, fuck! This is bullshit anyway! Spin told me I just lost!
Oh, there you go, so.
Horseshit! Harry, I'm gonna shit my diaper!
Everybody.
This is bullshit!
Now, this video was still clearly awesome, despite not being an actual IRL collab, as this video would have sounded unreal to someone 3 years ago. However, SMLX Speed wasn't over, as they would do the impossible and actually fly out to Speed's house, and do an IRL stream with Speed. And in this stream, we would see multiple segments from Jeffy and Speed going on Omegle, and going to Chuck E. Cheese, to Chef Pee-Pee feeding Speed and Jamal some very disgusting tacos. So yeah, this IRL stream was definitely action-packed. However, of course, SML took advantage of this also, and made their own video, which was Jeffy leaks iShowSpeed's address, where we would literally see Speed do a backflip in front of Junior, Joseph, Cody, and Jeffy, which again just sounds like a fever dream.
Alright, watch it. Oh!
He did it!
Yeah!
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 Alright, thank you, Mr. Speed sir?
Yeah, of course, Jeffy.
That's all we wanted. Thank you so much.
All right.
All right, you can get out.
Now, this whole SML X Speed collab arc was crazy, but let's be honest, seeing the real Speed in a video instead of a puppet or some Lavelle imitation was crazy to see. And this was by far SML's biggest collab ever, which easily makes these two videos and Speed's IRL stream top competitors for future nostalgic SML videos that people will look back at. We got fucking I Show Speed in SML before GTA 6. However, these two videos aren't the only picks for this era, as SML movie Jeffy and Jr. Go to Prison is another one of those videos that will easily be loved in the future for one key reason. In this video, we see Jeffy and Jr. buying a box of tricks from a guy who turns out to be an undercover cop, and Brooklyn guy immediately arrests them and throws them in jail for it, as they bought the tricks while not being kids. In prison, they run into a bunch of weird inmates like Bubbles and a guy named Face Eater, and even Jeffy's mom Nancy, who tries to kill Jeffy for his trust fund, while Junior struggles to survive the chaos. In the end, the judge suddenly releases Jeffy because buying the family-sized cereal technically makes it legal for adults. So Brooklyn guy drops them back home after realizing, and also because he forgot to read Jeffy's Miranda rights. Now, this video was one of the most loved and viewed videos on the Super Bowser Logan channel, as this video was one of the first videos to feature the Jeffy Jr. duo, along with the fact that we saw many old characters that we loved return, which at the time was awesome, as SML really didn't bring back many old characters at the time, which overall makes this video one that is bound to be super nostalgic in a few years. This is one of the most unique SML videos in forever, brought back a lot of old characters. I felt the nostalgia when Junior got scared when Mr. Winkle showed up. I feel like SML is slowly going back to their roots with this video. The fourth wall break, bringing back Jeffy's mom, Bubbles, and Mr. Winkle, and even having some swear words. Mild ones, mind you. Not to mention, I love the Jeffy and Junior interaction. They make a great team. And in all, this has become my favorite modern SML video for me. Well, by now, it's easily clear that SML holds a lot of nostalgia in our hearts. But now the question raises on what really is the most nostalgic SML video. Well, if I denominate one, it would have to be the Summer School series from the Junior era without a doubt. The reason I choose this one is due to the fact that we saw many new characters and a new cast member be introduced in the series, along with how nostalgic, memorable, and simply goated this series is. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching all the way to the end of the video. Don't forget to go down to the pinned comment and check out Epidemic Sound. If you subscribe with my link, you get a 30-day free trial, and it genuinely helps the channel a ton. Thanks guys. And if you're still here, click the video on screen. I'm sure you'll love it.